That's bad.
It's rainbow.
What is up, you guys? It's Lex. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week I have a little casual vlog style video for you guys. The first thing I'm gonna be tackling today is a little car wash on my Evo 8 before she goes under the knife. I am going to be heading over to the shop a little bit later in the afternoon, and I have a 4G63 to tear down. That's a motor that actually came to us in an Evo 9 all the way from New York here to California. That customer originally brought the car to us for a tune and an inspection, but when we were inspecting the car, we actually saw that it has a built motor. He actually didn't know that it had a built motor, so he wanted some more information. Went ahead and I pulled the oil pan, I pulled a bearing cap, and unfortunately, the car has really bad bearing wear, so that's the reason for the teardown. I got a lot of messages after my last video, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. A lot of people were asking for more Mark V Supra content. I know there isn't a lot of content out there on the manual Mark V Supra. I just needed to order like a mount for my camera for inside of the car, and it hasn't came yet. So next week, I promise I'll have more Supra videos for you guys. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and move the GTR out of the way, and we'll get started on the Evo. Well, the handle is broken. This thing actually has the turn radius of a potato, so. You know what? My temp plates are paper, so. Okay, wheel cleaner, I'm using the Geon iron wheel cleaner. The classic PNS brake buster. So hot that the car is already dry. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna use my MTM foam cannon, Coach Chemi Gentle Snow Foam. It is, I think, 20 milliliters to 1 liter. Yeah, 20 milliliters to 1 liter. Are you guys ready for the best foam of your life? I always get way too carried away with this part. Now I have to be really careful that I don't slip and fall and eat shit. My favorite wash mitt is the Chemical Guys one. I have a leaf blower. I really want to try this new microfiber that I have from the Rag company. Then I'm also going to spray it with a little bit of PNS bead maker. Windows, I use CarPro Clarify. I even use this inside my house on the windows and mirrors. That's how much I love it. And then I'm using a Rag company rag. Just look at that. Last but not least, I use the McGuire's hyper dressing for the tires with an applicator. If you like the shiny look, I highly recommend. I just finished washing the car. Unfortunately, she is in desperate need of a full-blown paint correction. This was actually my first time washing this car on my own since it is a recent purchase. Lucky for me, I love cleaning supplies. I love detailing stuff. So if you guys are interested in seeing some more detailing content, let me know. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I'll have a video on a full detail on this car. At least it's clean for now. It's my favorite part. My microphone died, but we just wanted to check the rollers on the rocker arms and make sure that there's no scuffing and that they are rolling freely.
We're finding AirPods.
Okay, so we're also going to be taking these out and throwing them away.
Trash.
Why?
So,
why are they trash?
Those are the OEM ones, and they're worth quite a bit of money when they're new, obviously. However, they do clog up over time, and the spring inside isn't super stiff. So what we do is we just get the GSC Zero Take lifters, which are identical to the OEM ones. They're in this nice little box. Every build here at Speedlove gets them. They have a bigger disbursement hole up top, and they have a stiffer spring, so it gets rid of that lifter tick.
Ronnie! Supposed to be like that?
No. 10%, but draped. I just
Yeah?
It's kinked at the top and the bottom.
Of course.
Spicy.
That's bad.
It's a rainbow. Thatsit.com. This customer is also gonna get our SPL 900 package. Ronnie builds every single engine that leaves here, so I'm gonna hand the mic over to him.
During teardown, we actually found that the piston skirts didn't have any wear, really. I mean, this is just normal wear to see. You're always gonna have a little bit of wear, but this is super normal to see. These are what are called detonation grooves. These you can see that at one point did suffer a little bit of detonation because it starts to have a sandblasting effect. I don't know which cylinder this was out of, but it doesn't matter. They all had the same kind of wear. The biggest problem was the bearing wear that we had on the rod bearings and on the main bearings, actually especially on the main bearings. So if you guys just take a look real quickly over here, whenever you see the bronze colored material on the bearing, that's the third layer, that's the Babbitt. So it's essentially gone through and it's on the last layer, has a substantial amount of wear. It's time to replace it or service it. We also noticed that the engine has stock main bolts, which for anything over 500 foot-pounds of torque, 550 foot-pounds of torque, is not really that reliable. So what we do is we actually upgrade these to studs, ARP studs. And when we do that, we actually increase the clamp load on the main tunnel. When you do that, you can't just run the engine like that without machining, because what happens is that bore that was nice and round now becomes oval. So essentially like this. So you have to send it to the machine shop so the machinist can go over and line hone it to make it a perfect circle again. That way the bearings do their job properly, and you know, it's you have the right clearance and you have the right shape of the tunnel. Of course, our SPL packages also get our signature piston rod combo. So the 900 actually gets the Wiseco anodized piston. You guys have probably seen me talk about these a million times. The top ringland is a 1.2 mil. We use a total seal PVD coated ring that is gas ported. Got a badass piston ring setup, and then it's a little tight because obviously this hasn't been pin fit, but our piston pins or wrist pins are actually TP1 top fuel dragster pins, and they're actually DLC coated. So those pins are about 150 bucks a pop, which is pretty much, you know, for a set of 4, that's like a set of pistons. So this is in comparison to what we have. Let me just put this here before I drop it and I have to order a new piston. So, and obviously, yes, not all H-beams are made the same. These are Ego H-beams. I wouldn't put this in my enemy's car, to be completely honest with you. Really dislike this particular connecting rod. Their crankshafts are great, but their rods, not so much. So these we've pushed over 850 foot-pounds on a steel rod application, so 1100 horse plus. And yeah, so that's what our SPL 900 includes.